Hey everyone, so welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the sign of the values of sine theta. You have four quadrants, right, on the Cartesian plane. When you are moving anti-clockwise on the plane, you will get first quadrant, second, third, fourth, right? So in the first two quadrants, the sine theta value is positive, and in third and fourth quadrant, the value of sine theta is negative. Now, why it has happened so, we have to discuss that, right? So please go through the video very carefully so that you will get a proper answer why the value, why the sign of sine theta is positive or negative, okay, in the respective quadrants. So yeah, let's start the video, everyone. The value of sine function can be positive or negative. It completely depending upon in which quadrant we are, right? So let's discuss this more with the help of the quadrants. So let me draw the quadrants first. So this is a Cartesian plane. So this is the vertical axis and this is the horizontal axis. We can call it as the real axis also. Now, where these two axes meet, that point is called as origin. This is positive x-axis. The above vertical line is positive y-axis. This is negative y, negative x, and this is negative y. Where these 2 points meet, that point is called as origin. As we are talking about the sine function only, right? Let's take it at sine theta. Theta is any angle. Okay. So sine theta, that is equals to, we know that. What is sine theta? Sine theta is perpendicular. Perpendicular, you can call it as the altitude or height. Perpendicular over hypotenuse, right? Hypotenuse. As we are talking about perpendicular, hypotenuse, base, when we are talking about these three sides, it means we are talking about a right angle triangle. It means we are talking about a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, in any right angle triangle, the slant side, this slant side, slopey side is called as the hypotenuse, which is the longest side in a right angle triangle. Okay, longest of all three, longest side. Perpendicular and base are always less than the hypotenuse. Perpendicular and base can be adjusted as according to the angle. If I am taking angle, this angle, then the front side of this will be the perpendicular and the other one is the base. If I'm talking about this angle, the front side of this will be the perpendicular and the leftover will be the base, right? So perpendicular and base can be interchanged depending upon which angle we are taking. Right now, we are talking about the sine function. So let's talk about the quadrants. Always remember, when we are starting to understand about the angles on a Cartesian plane, always start the angles from the positive x-axis, okay? And if you are talking about the positive angles like 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 22.5 degree, 150 degree, you have to start from positive x-axis and you have to move anti-clockwise. When you are moving clockwise, it means you are moving towards angle which are negative. So for the positive angles, we have to move like anti-clockwise, right? And from 0 degree, so this is the 0 degree, and this line is perpendicular on this. Perpendicular means making an angle of 90 degree like this. So this angle is equals to 90. Again, this 90, and again I'm moving plus 90. So this will become 90 plus 90, 180. In 180, again I'm adding 90 degrees. So this will become 270. 270 plus 90 again. So this will become 360 and so on, right? It will continue to add 90 plus 90 plus 90 and so on. Now let's talk about the quadrant. So this is the first quadrant because as we are moving anti-clockwise, this is the first from 0 to 90. 90 to 180 is the second quadrant. 180 to 270 is the third quadrant, and 270 degree to 360 degrees the fourth quadrant, right? It is the fourth quadrant. Now let's discuss more about the first quadrant. In first quadrant, we have to discuss about the value of sine function. What is sine theta? That we know that perpendicular over hypotenuse, perpendicular or altitude or height. Now let's draw a triangle. Let's draw a triangle in the first quadrant. So we have to draw a triangle. So let's draw it. How we are making a triangle, please understand. First, we have to make an angle. So let me change the color. So the color I will take, yellow I will take. So I have to take the angle. So if I want to take the angle, I have to start with the positive x-axis. This is the positive, and let's take any angle theta up till here. So up till here, I am taking theta. So this will become the hypotenuse, and I am drawing a perpendicular. So this will become the, as I'm drawing a perpendicular, so this angle will be the 90-degree angle. Okay, let's take about this name as triangle ABO. So in triangle ABO, angle B is equals to 90-degree. As per angle theta, I am talking about sine theta, which is perpendicular over hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is always be positive. Why? Because we know that hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. So you are getting the square of the two sides and you are adding them. It means you are getting a positive value only. So hypotenuse is always positive. What about the perpendicular? This is the perpendicular as per this angle. The front side of this angle is AB, and AB is the perpendicular here right now according to this angle. Now, what is AB? What is the value of AB? Please remember this thing. AB is parallel to this line, and this part is coming on the positive y-axis. So AB is also positive. So positive over positive is positive. It means in first quadrant, the sine function is positive. Right? Now, let's talk about in the second quadrant. Let's talk about in the second quadrant. So let me draw, just a second. Let me draw an angle first, because I have to start from the positive x-axis up till the second quadrant, up till the second quadrant. Okay, up till the second quadrant. So let me draw a line. Suppose, just a second. So I have to make it nice. So from positive x-axis up till here, you can take it as theta. So let me just clear this. So more theta you will not see much, right? So this theta I have taken because I have to start from positive axis up till here. So because I am in second quadrant right now, so I have drawn, so this is theta right now, and this is the hypotenuse I have made, and this will be the perpendicular, right? Now, if you will see in the second quadrant, let me rub it first. In the second quadrant, sine function is equals to perpendicular over hypotenuse. So let's name it as, now let's take it as AB, the second quadrant. So again, in triangle ABO, angle B is equals to 90-degree. We know that what is sine theta? Sine theta is perpendicular over hypotenuse. But in perpendicular in the second quadrant, this is the perpendicular, as we are talking the front side of the angle. The front side of the angle theta is AB, and hypotenuse is the slopey side, that is AO. What is AB? AB is equals to, AB is parallel to this line. Whatever is AB, that is equals to this part, and this part is coming on positive y-axis. So that's why AB is positive and hypotenuse is always positive. So in second quadrant, sine function is positive in second quadrant, right? In second quadrant. Now let's talk about in the third quadrant. So I think let me rub all, then again I will make the quadrant. Okay, to make it very clear. Okay, so this is the Cartesian plane. Angle I have to start because I have to reach to third quadrant. So this is the third quadrant. So let's make a line like this. Okay, now this is theta. Now, yes. Okay, now let's talk. Let's make the perpendicular first. So this will be the perpendicular in the third quadrant, right? Now, if you will see, because in third quadrant, we are talking about sine function. Sine function ratio is perpendicular over hypotenuse. So this, according to this angle, the front side will be the perpendicular. Perpendicular to this one, let's name it. So this is O. Let's take this as B and this is A. So perpendicular is AB and the hypotenuse is the slopey side, that is AO. Hypotenuse is always positive. What is AB? AB is equals to, AB is parallel to this line, and this part is equals to this part also. So this part is coming on the negative x-axis down, right? Down from the origin. So it is negative. So it means AB is also negative. AB is also negative, or negative over positive is what? Negative. So in third quadrant, sine theta is negative. In third quadrant, sine theta is negative. Now let's talk about in the fourth quadrant. Let's talk about in the fourth quadrant. So let me draw. Let me draw it nicely. So this is the, I have to start from the positive x-axis up till here. So let's draw the line first from the origin only, right? And then I have to join this part to the positive x-axis to make the perpendicular. So this point is the origin. We know that. Let's take this name as B and this is A. This is theta from the positive x up till here. So I'm in the fourth quadrant right now. And sine function is P up over B. P over H, that is perpendicular over hypotenuse in every quadrant. But right now, what is perpendicular? So according to this angle, the front side will be the perpendicular, that is AB or BA, whatever you want to take. And the hypotenuse, the slopey side, that is OA. Hypotenuse is always positive. So what about AB? AB is parallel to this line. AB is parallel to this line. And this line is coming on the negative y-axis. That's why this is also negative. Whatever is O, let's take this point as D. Whatever is OD, that is equals to AB only. So OD is negative because it is on the negative y-axis. So AB is also negative. So this is negative. So negative over positive, what negative? So it means sine theta is negative in the fourth quadrant. So it means sine theta is positive in first and second quadrant and negative in third and fourth quadrant. So I already told you, always remember the angles you are taking, please take it from the positive y-axis only. Okay, so this is that. It is all about why sine function has two values, positive or negative, depending upon in which quadrant we are. Like, okay. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.